We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin with a run by Davis. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo.
Steps away. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Here's Allen.
That is into the hands of Coleman downfield.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Keon Coleman,
his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to pass. Tua.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, this defense for the Bills, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. On this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still fighting for more. Still going past the 30. And he goes out of bounds finally, but they're already on the edge of the red zone as he returns this to the 20.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now.
Regular.
To throw, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's the fullback.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Bills have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. On play action, here's Tua.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Alert!
Slot man moves right.
Allen going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff and look to throw.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of tight.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Buying time to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Keon Coleman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Half 85, half 85. 5 wide. That's it.
They'll try and run it with Davis. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. This now a 3rd and 4. Addison will go in motion left. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, Achane. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This one thrown underneath to Achane. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. An audible here to get a new look.
Watch it, Oscar.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive will start with an option going left. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Allen. Here's a diving catch right side.
And he's going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20.
Now a 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Allen.
He dumps this off under.
And he loses the football the 2nd time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, remember, he had a fumble earlier in this 1st half and got saved, but no such saving here. It's a turnover.
Yeah, and as a coach and as a teammate, you're hoping that he learned from the first one. There was a lesson there. But obviously, he doesn't have enough focus in order to lose it a 2nd time. That simply can't happen if you're trying to win a game.
2nd and 7.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools. But
the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To the air, Allen.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of that. Inside the 25-yard line. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Jair Elam makes the pick, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
56, 56.
A first down carry for Davis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Allen now looks to throw. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Bills first down.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
On play action, Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bills have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 are going to throw.
He gets it to Addison.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
In motion right is Addison.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Dalton Kincaid.
53 yards as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game?
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Breaks through the contact. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? We use that term so often, but most of the time, it's for people who are on offense. In this case, it's a defense as a whole, all locked in with each other, all ready to go.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Allen. flush to his right.
To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Up the middle to Davis. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Allen off the play fake, rolling to his right. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Allen going to throw.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They go back to the ground now with Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Half 85, half 85.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
North salad, north salad.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Off 52. What's that?
Here's Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Ray Davis.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards.
And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And the Bills are going to recover. Able to slither by. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Hey, home, home, home.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, That's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9.
What's that?
Throwing now is Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14.
Middle. We go.
So Allen's going to look to throw. Flushed out right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
All right, fellas, listen up.
One final try for Tagovailoa. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football.